was like, I don't know. And then he was like, well, you want to get better, right? And I was like, oh, okay.
Hey baby, am I crazy?
We still with having. It's your boy Vaughn the Best. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. If you're old, what's up? What going on? What happening? I usually post videos on Sundays. It usually has to deal with lifestyle, vlog, or music reviews, or just any random shit that I want to just pop up onto this channel. But any new subscribers, what's up? Cause I know we did just hit 600, so hey, and you can just subscribe. I mean, why not? Why not? But in today's video, we're going to be talking about therapy. I do know that this is a sensitive subject for people, and like, quick disclaimer, I'm not discrediting any of these therapists. Some therapists are right for certain people, some therapists are not. I went through two therapists to get to the one that I have now, which is amazing, which I will speak on closer to the end of the video. Again, this video is not, what is it? Advertisement or whatever, paid advertisement. I just had really good experience with BetterHelp, so I'm definitely going to speak on that last. So we're going to jump into this story time, because I'm going to tell you about the first two therapists that I had. Just to let people know, if you do not know me, I do have mild depression and anxiety issues. It happens. It was really bad when I was around, I think it was 13 all the way until I was 16. And then it came back around when I was 22 to 25. I'm 28 now. Just give everybody a thumbs up. So those were like my really, really bad moments in my life, and I didn't get a therapist at any of those times because I thought that it will go away, but it's very hit or miss type of situation. With depression, it's like it can go away, but it comes back. So it's like, meh, you know? And yeah, we'll just jump into that part of it. So I did, last year around the beginning of COVID time, I did decide to get a therapist because there was so much going on in the world just in general that I felt like I wasn't grasping all of it, and I just needed somebody to talk to. So I didn't expect them to like fix all my problems. I didn't expect them to fix all my issues. Like, honestly, I just needed somebody to listen to me. But these first two therapists, honey, they were trying to do what they wanted to do. So we'll start off with the first one. These two therapists I went through my job. So my job, I work in the pharmaceutical land. So, you know, we have insurance. So I don't know why I told y'all that. Of course we have insurance. Either way, so I went through my job to find a therapist. I did this all by myself, trying to figure it out. I went onto the app, and you know, they like ask you specific ones that you need for, like depression, anxiety, LGBTQ, stress, drug addiction, all those things, right? So yeah, I'm like, okay, cool, cute. We're gonna do this. We're gonna find somebody, whatever. So then they were like, you gotta categorize it by men or women. So I did men. I just assumed, you know, since I'm a dude, they're a dude, we can like duty up this together. I don't think that was a wise decision, but you know, I was just trying something new. Just something new. I'm trying to just get help, and anybody who wants to help me, I'm down for them helping me. But yeah, no. So we'll start with the first guy. He was more older. He was like kind of in his 40s, I believe. So he was a lot to handle. For one, I scheduled the appointment to meet him, but the thing is you have to do a test before you meet him. So I guess the test is to determine like if you have depression, anxiety, all that stuff. Like, he just wants to make sure that he knows. So this test is supposed to apparently tell them how you are as a person. So I'm just like, okay, well, let's just start off with it. So the thing is, I forgot to do the test because me being me, I always forget everything. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So I'm thinking like we can still have this therapy session even though I didn't do the test, because at the end of the day, I just want to talk to somebody. That's just it. Just want to talk to somebody. So that was a no. So he was like, you cannot. He practically told me that he can't have any scheduled appointments with me It don't matter if I pay for it, none of that, because I need to do this test. So I was like, okay. So I do the test, and then I'm like, all right, whatever. So we do the test, and then I come back the following time. So he didn't see me that first time. I have to come back the following time. Come back to the following time. He just looks at the paper, and you can see him like on Zoom. So he's like looking through the computer, looking at all the papers and stuff, and he's just like, yeah, I see you have some issues here. And I'm like, one, you don't even really know my name, so how you gonna say I have some issues? But okay, cool, whatever. So then he was like, by looking at this chart and the information I was put into the computer, you struggle with depression and anxiety. And I'm like, well, yeah, sis, that's why I'm here. I know what the problem is. I just wanted, to talk to somebody to see if we can have some coping mechanisms to make sure that it doesn't get back. But he was like, yeah, we need to put you on medication. Like, honey, you don't even really know my whole name. Like, we didn't really even get to really introduce ourselves. We didn't have a conversation. We didn't find out my triggers. We didn't do any of this. He was right off the rip like, we need to put you on medication. Ma'am, that computer can't tell me what I need to do with my life, okay? I don't have any, like, when it comes to medication, there's nothing, certain people need to be on it to be able to maintain and go through life, and it does help a lot of people. I know there's a lot of herbal remedies that you can do as well. So I mean, I get it, but usually when people are really going through it bad, they are on medication. And I don't downplay medication. If it works for you, sis, it works for you. But for JVM, I don't want to be put on medication. I just don't feel like, because I seen the effects of it. Some people it works. Some people it changes how they are completely. Like, I had a friend who was on it and it changed her completely. She wasn't bubbly, she wasn't friendly. She was just like, it was weird. Like, her whole personality changed. Some people, they get on it and they're just like, I'm motherfucking chilling. It's goody. So I mean, it works for certain people, but as in for me, I didn't see that in my future, honey. I didn't see it. That's just not me. I'm not that girl. So I was like, okay, cool. No. So I was like, well, sir, he was like, I need you to pick up this medication today, and I'm gonna talk to you next week to see how you feel. I was like, I don't know. And then he was like, well, you want to get better, right? And I was like, oh, okay. If a bitch didn't want to get better, a bitch is gonna get better now. I'm just like, oh, he got me the fuck together. Textbook got me the fuck together. I was like, okay. So from that conversation, I never talked to him again. Drop of that. That was not happening. So we skipped off of that. And that really discouraged the fuck out of me to get a therapist. I didn't know that you go through a lot of people. I didn't know you go through a lot of people to get to the person you want, that you need to get to. I thought that, you sign up for a therapist, all of them say the same thing, you guys just match. Did not know that. So heads up to anybody who's trying to get therapists. You may have to go through a few to get the ones that you want. You may look out and get the one that you want the first time, but just in general, not everybody's perfect for you. So I was like, cool, whatever. Let it go. Didn't go to therapy for about 4 more months. I was just like, fuck it. Because it really made me feel like everybody's just gonna put me on medications because they don't understand me. And they're not even I feel like nobody's trying to understand where I'm coming from and where my issues is and what happened. So, super discouraged. I mean, again, nothing wrong to him. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he does the best everybody. But he may, because he may be connected through the pharmaceutical lane, and he probably getting money for everybody that he, you know what, that's so dark. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm gonna edit that out. Either way, so we're going on to therapist number 2. He was cool people. He was a really nice guy. He was probably in his 40s as well. He was an older guy, Hispanic. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff here. The first session, we actually talked about stuff. We talked about school, talked about life, talked about my goals, my aspirations, and all this other stuff. At that point in time, I really didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. I know what I want to do now, but before I did not know what I wanted to do with my life. So it was very hard to have conversations with him because he was pressing practically he was pressing me to like quit my job and find something else to do. And I'm like, listen, sis, like when it comes to my bills, my money, my moolah, like we gotta be real cautious, be real, like, you know, we gotta make sure that everything aligns first before, you know, bitch start dropping jobs. So he's talking about that he was like, you may need to you need to quit your job because it may be affecting with your depression and anxiety. So I'm just like, understandable. But we're in a whole panorama. It's gonna be hard to get another job. Like this is around June, I believe. Like we just mildly opened back up, sis. Where do you think I'm gonna go? I mean, there's definitely like jobs online, and you can find a job if you want to. Let's just put it that way. But at that point in time, I felt like I had too many bills to like hold me down, and then we're in a panorama, so I can't just like quit a job and then go somewhere else. It's not like how it used to be. So I'm like, listen, sis, like, listen. I don't know if that's gonna work for me. But he's telling me, every time he talks to me, he's just like, you need to try to find something else that you like. So I was like, okay, cool. I just go heavy into like, you know, my hobbies and things like that. But he was just like, I really feel like you should just, he was like, with that job, it's just not gonna be, it's gonna make it worse. And I'm like, it may, but when it comes to the money and some type of stability, sis, I need that. Cause I feel like without stability, that's what really fucked up my depression the second go around. So we don't need none of that. But again, he was really cool. The only thing that kind of like hurt me from him is because he's very like by the Bible type of thing. You know, some people you can talk to about like the Bible and stuff, and I get it because you know, I'm Christian, so I get like, you know, how like the world works and and you know, Jesus is our savior and we get it. But you know, he never wanted any of us to have this depression. It's like the devil and it's like a lot that he was throwing at me, and that's cool. But that's more like of a conversation you have with somebody in the street. You as a therapist, I don't think you should be talking to me about religion. I think that's where the line we then started traveling to other lines that don't need to be crossed. Like, and I'm a very inviting person, so if you want to have a conversation about that, we can talk about it. We can definitely talk about it. But with you saying that, it kind of is like, do we need to, like, how can I talk to you about my sexuality? Because if you're so heavy into the Bible, that means that you agree with all these other, because homosexuality is, you know, a product of the, like, is a sin and all this other stuff. And I didn't want it to get uncomfortable because sooner or later we're gonna have to go down that road, and I'm gonna have to start talking to you about boyfriends and stuff. Because, you know, I'm gonna talk about my love life, and, you know, and I just don't want it to be awkward. So I was just like, I had like, I think 3 sessions with him, and then after that, we had to cut it. So I was like, okay, cool. I was okay. I feel like talking to him for a good little minute, and the way that he explained stuff, I didn't really I didn't really get it. But then when I like sat and reflected on it, I was like, okay, I get what he's getting. He's saying that your happiness is more important than money. You need to make sure that you keep that above everything and keep it all afloat. If you're gonna go to school, make sure you want to go to school for something that's gonna make you happy. I got it, we grow. So I kept it pushing. So he helped me out for a good little minute. So your boy was chilling. I was chilling heavy for a good minute. And not to say that I'm not chilling heavy now, but this is around the time that I did reach out to my cousin. Hey, cousin. And we talked about like life in general, and she gave me a spiritual reading. I know a lot of people don't believe in that, but she gave me a tarot card reading, and it explained out a lot of stuff to me, that how I want to progress and what I need to do to get there and how I'm going to do it. So that calmed me down. That happened in about November. So that calmed me down from November, December, and then November, December, January, February were cool. So I'm like, okay, I'm doing everything that I need to. So now I think that it's time to unlock what needs to be unlocked. And I need help with that. I can't figure out everything by myself because one, I'm an overthinker and I have anxiety. So I'm just like, one little thing can turn to a massive thing. So I need somebody there who can help me control it. Friends and family, they can help for a little bit, but I need a licensed professional to help me. So that's how we got into BetterHelp. I know this is how we get into BetterHelp. So I gave up on going through my job to find a therapist because it's too much work. It's not as easy as people think it is. Like, you find a female, or I think if you have like, if you're like, have somebody who has a reference, and I can't even say that because my roommate, she referred to the second one, but I mean, he was okay. He wasn't that bad, but I mean, just in general. you usually need some type of reference before you try to talk to these people. So it was gonna be really hard to go through my job, and it's okay. So jumping into BetterHelp, what they do is they have it so that you select everything, like the age range, what you were struggling with, what you want to work on. And at first I didn't believe in this shit. Like, I was just like, this shit can't be that good. Like, there's no possible way they can match me with somebody who's that good. All I know is that I definitely did not want a man. No man. I wanted a woman, and preferably a black woman. And I'm sorry to offend anybody who's like, oh, she had to be black, but I feel like they're more relatable to me because I was raised by strong black women, so we can all be on the same page at the same time. So that's it. No offense. Just saying. So, find this black therapist. I'm like, okay, I'm checking all the boxes that you're supposed to. I'm matching up everything. And I finally find her. So I'm like, okay, cool. She seems like, from reading her profile, because they let you read the profiles first, and then you set up an appointment. So I set up an appointment and I talked to her. It was like the best experience I've ever had. Like, it was like some... Because I did counseling when I was in high school, and I mean, not high school, middle school, and it was okay. Like, you know, the lady there, she was one of my teachers, so me and her was like kicking in the whole time. But this experience with like the lady I found from BetterHelp, the therapist, was just amazing. Like, it was like talking to a best friend. Like, it's like catching up with a best friend, except she's a licensed therapist, and she will tell you like the steps to like make sure. She'll ask you deeper questions, and she's not afraid to dig in, but still be respectful at the same time. And I think that was like the coolest, most beautiful experience. When I tell you I love my therapist, like, I hard down love my therapist. She is like the chillest person. I would spend much money in the world to talk to her every week because she's just so relatable. Like, we went from talking to about like depression and anxiety, we go into like music, and then she's telling me all these things that I can do. She never like pressuring me to do anything. She's just like, if you want to do it. If you don't do what's best for you. Like, and that's what I need. Like, I don't need you to tell me what to do. I need somebody to direct me, or like to guide me, to tell me how to go and just push me. Like, that's what I need. I don't need, because I already overthink everything, and you telling me to do something is gonna just piss me off. But again, I'm very thankful for the BetterHelp app. I know you can hear a lot of other YouTubers, they use it and you can get like a 10% off. So I don't know if you want to jump on other people's video. I think like, it's just a whole bunch of YouTubers, they talk about it now, especially because of the whole panorama. So it's just like, yeah, it is a really good app, and it's a really good experience, and they do match you with the perfect person for you. I mean, for me. And then they also ask you, like, after all the shit's done, they always ask you, they be like, was everything good on the like consultation? Did you and the therapist relate? Do you want to find a new therapist? Like, and I appreciate that, because at least they're open to like, okay, you found one person, oh, but they're not T, so we can get you to somebody else. Like, I like stuff like that. Unlike when you do it through your job, it's like, you gotta go find another person, but they will hook you up with the other person. And I think that's so chill. Like, the therapist, again, back to my therapist, she is fucking everything. Like, my personality has, like, a lot of things have shifted in my mind, because I know a lot of things are gonna be coming. Like, I'm supposed to be moving. I'm trying to like be stronger with my mental when it comes to like hobbies, and I'm trying to like, you know, trying to make myself a better person round and round. And having her, I know having her in my like there for me and being able to talk to has helped me out drastically. And she's like always giving me like little assignments to work on. Like, she's like, you need to do this week, do that this week. And I just think it's just a beautiful experience. And counseling and therapy, I feel like therapy is supposed to be like that. Like, this is the shit that I see on TV, and I like it. I like that. Mine was like, I don't know, it was fucking, the first two was like a fucking horror film. But this shit right here is what I wanted to experience, and I love it. And yeah, again, therapy is an amazing thing. You don't have to have any issues like how I have issues. And my issues, I don't really consider them issues. I just have things I need to work on. And if you have things that you need to work on, if you just want to have somebody to talk to, like, I definitely would say use BetterHelp. And then they also have a financial aid thing where, like, if you don't make that much money, they'll help you out. Like, I'm struggling on my payments. Like, no, like, I'm gonna keep it G with you. I'm struggling on my payments, and that's just, it is what it is, because I got other things I need to pay for. Added in this, I was not mentally prepared for. So, true tea, that's just is what it is. But with them, they have a financial aid system that they can like knock off like $15 a month for you, especially if they notice you're a consistent person and like you're coming back. Everybody needs help, so that's just really dope for them. Shout outs to BetterHelp. Like, just what's up? Like, sponsor. Like, what's up? Come through, cause I'm with it. Like, I would tell y'all all my tea. But yeah, I definitely wanted to talk about that, and I guess this is like kind of like a story time video for you guys. But never be afraid to like ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. Nobody's perfect, and just do the best that you can in life, and just stay positive and just be about your shit. And I want to tell you guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Again, if you are new, consider subscribing. I see you every Sunday. It was good chatting with y'all, and that's all I got. So everybody have a beautiful day and be positive. Positive vibes. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I say bye.